In getting your business going, what was the biggest challenge or challenges you had to overcome?
Well, I had two big challenges. One was, I'd say three. One was I really didn't know where I was going at first. And another was that I was a mom with a young child, so I didn't have a lot of time, and I had no money. So the no money one, I did a lot of barter in the beginning, and I'd say if you have absolutely no money to get started, that's a good place to start. As soon as you have money, invest it. It will make a huge difference. And my business would have grown quicker if I had invested money sooner, and as soon as I did start investing, it really took off. So, and a lot of that national publicity I got was because we invested. I invested $7,000. I had two co-authors, so we invested $21,000 in publicity. It made a huge difference. The time issue, just over time, I had more time as my child got older, and so I'd say that thing solved itself. And the part about really not knowing where I was going, there was a bit of trial and error. What if I did this? What if I did that? And I started out too broad. I thought, well, I had these 5 steps for getting in the zone when you're writing or doing some creative act. And so I started teaching to writers and to artists about how to get into that creative space where you're writing and it's inspired, or you're doing art and it's inspired. And what I realized was that was kind of a broad audience. It also wasn't necessarily my best audience. When I started working more with business people, since I have a business background, I have a master's in management from MIT Sloan School of Management. So I have this management background and marketing background, as well as the creative side, as well as the writing and publishing side. So really taking advantage of my full skills and background. And then looking both business people and then again doctors, therapists, people with new ideas and exciting ideas. That really was a much more interesting and exciting audience for me, and I think also an audience that was willing to go high end. Struggling artists, struggling writers are not necessarily able to do the high-end business, and I knew I wanted a high-end business. And it's been great for me because when you work at that high end, you get people who are very motivated. They already know what it takes to be successful. They're willing to do that work. You get paid more for it, which is very nice. So I really recommend, if you can, working at that high end and getting the skills and background you need and the successes you need so that you can work at that high end of your business.